What's up, y'all? So, I just recently put out a video about Demon Hunter. I wanted to see if Pain Demon Hunter was still good enough. I think I went like 4-5 or 5-6 or something, some miserable little 50-50 win rate. So that was pre-updates. I knew that there was a version of Demon Hunter that played some different cards since Across the Timeways came out. So I made those updates just real briefly. It was Time Lost Glaive, Slumbering Sprite, and Perennial Serpent. I took out the 1 mana weapon, Living Flame, and 1 Insect Claw, and also Grim Harvest was a part of it, which obviously powers up the Perennial Serpent. So I'm not gonna beat this to death with explanation. This is the deck list. Let's get some games in and see if it's any good. I have seen this deck on the ladder a little bit. I've played against it a handful of times, and it was good. I think I beat it sometimes. I didn't beat it others, but it didn't scream just incredible power when I played against it. So I'm gonna see how it is. It could be just that I played against players with low skill levels or something like that. It's always hard to tell. So I'm just gonna get my hands on it and see what we can do. And if you like hip-hop, definitely check out Daily Hip-Hop. Been curating that playlist for about 10 years now. Okay, we never keep Acupuncture. I don't think we keep Dangerous Cliffside. Playing against Paladin, I've been seeing a little bit more Murlocs lately, surprisingly. There was a good, like, 2 weeks straight where I hardly played against any Murlocs. And before Across the Timeways came out, I was seeing Murlocs, like, multiple times a day. Just every couple of games was Murlocs. Okay, so they are Aura. Ooh, boy. I think I go double 1-drop Time Lost Glaive on turn 2. I don't think they can meaningfully interact with that if they're playing Aura Paladin, but we shall see.
Defensive action engaged.
That's fair. So this guy is annoying. It could take out one of my guys. I don't think it's worth red carding. What to do here? It could be red cardable, actually, because I can deal quite a bit of damage otherwise, and that makes it so I don't have to... I'm gonna go for it. It's not the ideal play, but it opens up these first couple of turns for me, so hopefully they don't have like a Consecration or a good 3-drop. And yeah, I'm very well aware that is not the best play to make there. But I found that with Pain Demon Hunter, your initial momentum is the most important. So sometimes I'll throw red cards out at times that are just not good, not correct normally. There you go. But it works out just fine because all you need to do is just clear the way so you can beat some face. And this guy doesn't have lifesteal himself, so that's good too. And the guy they got with this is on the top of their deck now, so it's gonna be pretty big, I think. That usually means it got like +4, +5 or something crazy. Well, Void Analyst is not helpful. Alright, Tiger's Plushie is going to be pretty annoying. What to do here?
grow impatient.
Yeah, Tigress plushie is pretty difficult to deal with. Again, I am tempted to red card, but I don't know if that's necessarily the play. Still got 2 and 3 turns until these guys, so it's gonna be a bit. Gotta draw something good. The double acupuncture was pretty annoying.
Time grows short.
Well, I'm definitely hitting him with this. I don't think I can justify the red card on the Tigress plushie, even though it does help me get some more momentum. So let's chill there. There are plenty of things I can draw also, like a Perennial Serpent would be fantastic. That's crazy. Okay, that could be a problem. Okay then. Nothing like a good old lucky creature of madness draw to blow you out. That's just nuts. So I get 1 next turn and 1 the turn after, but is it even going to matter? We got 14, 17, 20 attack on board. Eesh. Yeah, even playing Ziliax feels bad because, I mean, this guy can just easily kill him and survive.
I grow impatient.
So I do feel like I have to red card one of these guys just to give me a little bit more time. And I am going to throw the Ziliax out because hopefully it eats an attack from one of the 7/8s. Man, that game flipped real fast. Wow. Okay, good. So I have a little bit more time to deal with this, but these guys are going to be a problem with that. Quite the powerful draw for them. Alright, give me something good. Okay, Infestation is definitely helpful, but this is going to take 3 breaks to... Ay, ay, ay. I think Infestation is pretty much the only option I have here, so I can go like Hero Power, hit it. Yeah, this is... Then I've got this attack, and then... Yeah, this is super questionable. And then this actually kills it. Just really unfortunate. At the very least, I've got some protection with this, but I wouldn't be surprised to see some kind of removal or something. Okay. Yeah, they don't have a ton of spot removal in Aura Paladin, so... Yeah, there it is. Ooh, I get to gain even more life. Thank you. 10 life is great.
Reporting for duty.
And they get their 3/5. Okay. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, we're just real dead. Okay. So, Bamiv, or however you say your name, unfortunately I don't add people on Discord, but if you'd like me to respond, again, my question on Twitch when someone comes in the chat is always, what's your favorite Hearthstone card? No offense intended, but I get a lot of bots and random people selling stuff, so if you can't answer your favorite Hearthstone card, I stop responding, so let me know. So sitting at 0 and 1 after that Aura Paladin massacre. Aura Paladin is getting better. It seems like people are fine-tuning that deck quite a bit to really find the sweet spot for it. Okay, Shaman tends to be pretty aggressive here. Well, that's an awful draw. Okay.
Vengeance is mine. Vengeance is mine.
We got Circus Amalgam. Well, that's decent. 4 mana, 4/5 is fine. Turbulus is pretty good. Very good card. I think we just got to do that. I think this guy's better than Battle Fiend at this moment in particular. And it does have taunt, which is great.
I never make two
Sheesh.
I never make two trips.
So, what do we do here? I'm thinking Battle Fiend, Hot Coals, Hero Power Attack. That'd be 2, 3. That would deal an additional 3. I'd have to sacrifice this guy to that. And then they're likely to follow up with something, unfortunately. I could red card the other one, I guess. No, that doesn't work, though. Yeah. So we gotta do that. Take a whole whopping 6. Yeah, that guy's extremely powerful. The Bumbling Bellhop. You pump him a little bit and he just goes nuts. Sheesh. Alright, Blowout City. So my hope for Demon Hunter is going down quite a bit now. I used to really like this deck, but it doesn't seem to be anywhere near the power level it used to be. Yeah, I have to red card that. That's just way too good. Let's do this, 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 and here. Yeah, Shaman seems to be one of the decks that's extremely powerful, just consistently. A lot of decks have really good draws, or it depends on, you know, if you can get your combo or whatever between Druid and Mage. Warlock I'm seeing a little bit less of lately, but Shaman I'm seeing more of, and it just seems completely consistent. Yeah, like, Grofin is nuts.
I grow impatient.
So this guy's coming back next turn, and it will have Rush and the big old Boom Boom attached to it.
Vengeance is mine.
Jeez. I could Arana and then hit him, and then it would deal 9 to either their face or him. Either way, they've got 18 they can swing with here on the following turn. I don't like it. Yeah, I honestly feel like that's probably the only chance I have here is 9 to your face? No, now they just got the weapon. Okay, at least the weapon's a little bit smaller than that guy, thank God. I don't think I can justify Stinger to their face. That seems kind of bad. Yeah, let's leave that there. Sure, totally.
Have you filled out the paperwork?
So I got 10 attack in hand. I almost want to Stinger their face, but I feel like that's kind of wasting the resource. It does give me a 2-1 that I potentially can attack with next turn, but like these guys are pretty annoying. They'll be attacking something.
I grow impatient.
Yeah, I anticipate them killing Ziliax this turn, or this next turn.
Thank you.
So it would give me an additional minion to attack with. They've also got the weapon, though. Let's just do that. Do they just have the win? What do you got? Oh, okay. Fair enough. Alakir is, yeah, he's a problem. So far, not a big fan of this deck. I miss Tusk Piercer. It's weaker than the Glaive, but it does help you filter through your deck and get continuous threats. I don't like one Insect Claw. That's one thing that I was really hesitant about. I was looking at deck lists, and one Insect Claw doesn't seem very good. But I don't know. I also haven't had, like, I haven't used a single Dangerous Cliffside. Let's see. I feel the necessity to keep Hot Coals against a Hunter. Not sure if that's correct. Yeah, it usually comes in handy. Ooh, great draw. Not a great draw. I mean, this deck plays 6, including this weapon, this deck plays 7 1-drops. So it's possible that just aggressively mulliganing for 1-drops is the way to go. Hard to say.
Sisters, my will shall lead us to victory!
What do we get? Oh, wow. Okay. So I can do this,
A little agony
refresh the mana crystals,
way.
then do that, and then that. Pretty snazzy.
Sisters, my arrows shall strike down our foes.
Okay, then. Yeah, one thing I don't like about only playing one Insect Claw is it makes it less likely to go weapon on turn 3 and then Dangerous Cliffside on turn 4 using your weapon to reactivate it.
Vengeance is mine.
Not going to worry too much about their guys right now because they're getting to a low enough health that I should be able to close out the game. Seems good.
These could belong to a brand new species.
I found a sea urchin.
It will find it.
Oh, shoot. Okay, then. Alright, it's math time. So this plus this is 3, 4, 5. That's 8. Yeah. Looks like they're just dead.
Behind your servants, I will still find
Bonk. Alright, 1 and 2. That was a lot more like the the Demon Hunter draws I'm accustomed to. Yeah, the Aura Paladin and the Shaman, they had some pretty good draws. That Shaman player had just very good draw. The turn 3 guy, I can't remember his name, Turbulus? Turn 3 Turbulus into, you know, more pump spells is pretty good.
Darkness comes on cold winds. This ends now.
Alright. Death Knight, what you got for me? Interesting hand, not bad. I think it is correct to do this so this guy can attack on turn 2. still got a decent curve from Grim Harvest to Insect Claw and Ziliax.
Nothing gets past my hounds.
That guy's nice. This is my favorite of the Dread Seeds. It's a good balance because the 5/5 with lifelink and taunt is good, but waiting 3 turns sometimes can be a little tough. So waiting 2 turns for this guy seems very fair. Being a 4/4, so decent body plus you get the 3 attack on your hero is pretty solid. It's a nice kind of midpoint between the 3 different Dread Seeds, because the one that you wait 1 turn for just, I think it's just a 3/3 elusive, something like that. I mean, it's fine, but not my favorite at all. Yeah, it's fine. Good enough.
Nothing gets past my hounds.
So this guy's definitely coming down next turn. Yeah, maybe those first 2 games I just had real bad draws and my opponents had good draws, because this seems way better. Yeah, turn 4, 7/9. It's pretty good. Apparently. Who would have thought?
Get out of our nest.
Splitting the beetles, start of your turn, reform back into... reform with the remaining. That's annoying. Do I Ziliax here? Kane would be incredible. Or not. Okay, so just gotta hit him for 12. So I can do 1. I get a 2/1. This one. Infestation, that. Yeah, I think this is the way to go. And they're dead. Alright, 2 and 2. Now we're getting the hang of this thing.
Versus God.
I defend the blessings of nature.
This ends now. Vengeance is mine.
Need a dormant guy. Yeah, what I was really curious to see was how long Perennial Serpent normally sits in your hand doing nothing.
My world itches for war.
Alright, that's decent. What do we got? What do we got? Yeah, if you're watching on Twitch, check out the YouTube and vice versa. Same handle on both. Marshall Man HS, Marshall 2 L's, Man 2 N's, HS like Hearthstone. Been testing a lot of standard lately on in my YouTube videos. I will definitely get back to some Battlegrounds soon. So I want this out there, but I also want to take full advantage of this guy. So I think this is going to be better next turn. But it would be pretty bad if this gives me the guy that's only dormant for one turn, because then this wouldn't work. So do we risk it or go for the sure thing? I think this is a really good opportunity to hit him for a lot. So it's kind of hard to argue with this. Excellent. I love when my opponent does nothing. What do we got? Yep. All right. So no luck there. Absolutely no help. Could have waited until turn 6 to do that, but wanted to see if we can continue the assault.
I grow impatient.
Wow. Okay then.
Have you filled out the paperwork?
Helpful, that's for sure. We're gonna do one of these so I have an additional minion to attack with.
Fill the skies with a cascade of sparkles.
The fate of the world hangs in the balance.
Well, this could be it. Ah, they don't have the combo. Can I kill them? That's 8, 13, 14. Yeah, there we go.
More wishes? No way!
Alright, 3 and 2 after the druid. Much better. Alright, next game would be a win streak. If I win it. Yeah, first 2 games were atrocious, but I like this deck. I would probably make a couple of tweaks. Like, I'm a little surprised it only plays the 4, that it only plays the 4 dormant minions. What's happening, Sonya? Tell me your favorite Hearthstone card. That will hit for more next turn. If given the choice between these two, it used to be Battle Fiend because it had 3 health, but since they both have 2 health now, I like Sock Puppet a little bit more. Interesting.
My wound itches for more.
Yeah, Sock Puppet has so much more potential for explosive damage, since it's improved by your hero, not just once every time you attack. Good answer. Why Rakanishu?
Defensive action engaged.
I think because they have... Yeah, because they have the Divine Shield, I'm not going to use the hero power. Normally I would do that, but I think this is fine. Going a little wider. Yeah, Sonya, we've had this conversation before. You're asking the same exact questions the last time.
Have you filled out the paperwork?
Doomhammer's pretty good. What's the over-under on Sonya offering to sell me her art? That's normally where this conversation goes. I'm always surprised that's like one of the big hustles on Twitch. People jump in, they're like, oh, try to start a conversation. They're like, would you like to see my art so you can customize your Twitch channel? No, I don't. Interesting. So they're playing a very interesting Paladin deck that I actually kind of like, but I haven't found to be very good. Seems to be pretty good against me right now, because they're hitting their curve very well. I think...
Vengeance is mine.
More wishes? No way!
I assume they're going to kill this guy, because that also lets them retain the Divine Shield on that, but... Alright, so nothing crazy. Knew they had that. Not the end of the world at all. But they can take out 2 guys now. Just can't kill the Mukla. So So still in a decent position. Grim Harvest would be dope off of the top. Lets me play this next turn. Probably just going to play Doomhammer.
I must move quickly.
Another Spirit of the Team would be great. I thought about not playing the Mukla because then it means I probably lose the Spirit. But, ooh, that's pretty good for them. This is very similar to a deck that I was working on. I like all these cards also, that's the thing, like...
Reporting for duty.
I think that's got to get red carded because otherwise it's going to give them, over the next 2 turns, another 10 health, which puts the game pretty far out of reach. Ooh, if there is a dormant minion, so I can just play this also. That's pretty nice. I kind of like that, actually, because then next turn I can go Fireball and Cane. That seems okay. Might as well take that guy out. This is going to die to this, but at least it doesn't hit my face. So they're at 12. I can hit him for at least 4 with that next turn, and then that's another 9 damage. So if they don't gain any more life, then I should have this game. Seems kind of like a waste to do that, but... Ah, okay, that's annoying. Yeah, I guess they're just dead.
Vengeance is mine. Hide behind your servants. I will still find you.
Alright, so now sitting with a nice little win streak. Gone 4-2 so far. Yeah, I think I could have beat that Aura Paladin we started playing against had I just had a better draw, so probably just comes down to my mulligans that game.
Feel the hatred of 10,000 years. This ends now.
Okay, another Demon Hunter, so... Excellent. I find Argus Demon Hunter not to be the most powerful thing that you can do.
My wall itches for war.
Weapon off the top would be amazing. Good old glaive. Huh. Yeah, this seems, it seems like this version of Demon Hunter is just a little bit more super early aggression with the 6 1-drops. 8 if you count the glaive. It also seems like it relies heavily on that early aggression, so the mid to late game is not as good. Obviously, there's Perennial Serpent, Ziliax, and some other threats. Could have gone Infestation Hero Power, but we were going to lose a guy that turn, so... And plus I get to follow up with Perennial Serpent. If they want to go double banana on their guy that just became undormant, that awoke, and kill the Mukla, that seems totally fine with me. I think they're thinking about the other guys, though.
I remember this place well.
Seems fair. Oh, that's right. This guy can't attack yet. Doi. So, I would like to attack with my hero again to keep these guys pumping up, but I think Perennial Serpent's just more powerful. So I guess there are 6 things in the deck that power up Perennial Serpent, including your red cards. So that's something worth noting. Interesting choice, okay. So they're going to get the 5/5 lifesteal taunt next turn, but Kayn is at the ready. That's annoying. Alright. Should be fine, though. Between Kayn and Double Stinger, I should be alright.
You possess true power. Hide behind your curtain. I will still find you. Found you.
Got him. Alright, 5-2. Pretty decent. Alright. This deck is much better than expected. Yeah, my my first impression of it was not very good. Yeah, starting 0-2 will never give you a good impression of a deck, but sitting at 5-2 now is way better. I don't know if I like this better than the previous version of Demon Hunter. It's different and definitely powerful. I guess it's just powerful in different ways. I really liked the old version with Tusk Piercer, Living Flame, etc. because it really feels like it was like filtering cards out of your deck. So it thinning your deck with something like this is really helpful because then you're drawing a lot more gas. I don't think I keep that either. But this version just seems to have more heavy-hitting things like the Serpent. Let's do this into this, and then next turn I've got Battle Fiend Glaze. Or excuse me, Glaive. Glaze. One of the things I like the most about this deck is that it's so one-drop heavy. Because you can go like double, 2 guys on turn 1, and then like play another guy and attack, pumping your guys. Alright, that's fair. And if you're watching on YouTube, check out the Twitch and vice versa. Got lots of content on YouTube, many standard videos. Been trying to test a lot of things lately. As Across the Timeways came out, I was infatuated with the Grime Street Paladin deck. Not a good deck, definitely not tier 1. Jeez, double Photon Cannon is pretty annoying. I think I got a Grim Harvest here. Perfect, that gives me that next turn. Nope, it doesn't. Come on. Yeah, that's one of the things I find most annoying so far is that will just make it so this doesn't actually do what you want it to do. So then you gotta wait till turn 6 sometimes to do this because then it happens in the same turn, which can be pretty annoying, but that's the way it goes. See some new people in the Twitch. Welcome, welcome, guys. Any hip-hop heads out there, definitely check out Daily Hip Hop. Got tons of stuff on there. Been curating that playlist for like a decade now. And unlike most playlists that get kind of, you know, things moved around and a song added here and there or a song moved, I actually scrap it every day and then put a new playlist up of 20 songs every single day. So I curate minimum 365 playlists a year. Well, that's okay. Not the worst. So yeah, we gotta go Serpent. And we chill it. Hard to argue with the 7-9 on turn 4. That's just that's just very good. We got a vanilla 6-8 coming down on turn 7 also. I think I gotta do this so I get this guy. I want a Spirit of the Team, but I think it's alright. That's also gonna make a guy that kills their 3-2. Pop. Alright. And thankfully they're down to 3 cards already, which is very surprising. Normally Druid does a much better job about maintaining their hand. Man, they must be hurting if they're gonna swipe that. Okay. Ooh, double Spirit of the Team. I'm gonna do this now, and then kaboom. That's fair, okay. So I'll have 4 here, there's another 4 there, that's 8. Plus that, 9, 10. They are dead. Alright, 6 and 2. Slowly making my way up the diamond ladder. I think I finally found a good version of the Grime Street Paladin deck. I'm gonna redo the version that had like the guy that makes a tank and some of that other like pretty stereotypical, like very similar to the Aura Paladin deck that plays a lot of the toolbox guys. But with like Hourglass Attendant, Grime Street. Effectively, I think Paladin toolbox style decks are pretty good where you're just playing like efficient minions. I think the shell that it goes in, I guess the toolbox is the shell, but like the flavor you add to it is what makes a big difference. Auras seem to be very powerful, so it is hard to argue with that. I don't necessarily think Grime Street is better, but I've been having a lot of fun brewing that deck. I've talked about this quite a bit on stream, so forgive me if I'm repeating myself, but I feel like the creative aspect is really important. This is not great here. But that creative element is pretty important, I feel like, in Hearthstone. A lot of people just lose the muscle of deck building because they don't do it. They just rely on internet decks. And I do use, deck lists from online. But I think, that also with practicing, deck selection and deck curation is pretty important. Oh, last time you played was Hand Buff Paladin. I miss Hand Buff Paladin. That was a really fun deck to play. I loved it so much, dude. But I don't think it's completely dead. It's not tier 1 right now, but I think it definitely has some potential. I've been working on that deck. I got like a whole series on YouTube. It started off horrendous, but it's definitely got some... There's something there. When you see cards and you're just like, these together feel like they should be something, and it's just how you surround them with the rest of the deck. Sometimes the core is fine, and you just got to figure out the right elements to surround it with. So it can be tough, but... yeah, Hand Buff Paladin is an old favorite of mine. My all-time favorite deck, though, is the Dual Paladin deck from many Standard seasons ago. That was too much fun with Archmage Vazgoth and all that. I think I got to red card that. I don't want to. I think Kayn is a waste right now to do. Yeah, that seems fine. Yeah, Dual Paladin was just incredibly powerful. You'd go turn 3 Call to Adventure and get your lowest cost minion to your hand, and you give it +2/+2. And that was always Archmage Vazgoth, which cost 4. That was a 2/6 that would, at the end of your turn, you recast a spell that you cast that turn. So you play it turn 4 and hope it lives, and then turn 5 you go Duel, which takes a minion from each player's deck and puts it in play, then they fight. And then Archmage would then do it again at the end of the turn. So I end the turn with like 2 10/10s or something ridiculous. Or like, Ragnaros or something silly. Kayn doesn't seem awful, but I'm not in love with that play. Ziliax is okay here. I normally reserve Kayn for when it's just game ending, but they've also got this 4/8 coming next turn.
I grow impatient.
I could Grim Harvest. Doesn't seem great either. What to do?
Time grows short.
I think I'm just going to throw the Kayn out there. So now they have to kill Kayn, so it puts additional pressure on that, which hopefully allows some of my other guys to live. I've been enjoying, oh, okay. I've been enjoying seeing Dragon Paladin on the ladder. It's a pretty good deck. Okay, so now things are heating up. That's helpful. Yeah, let's run it. So I'm glad I bought a little bit of time with that red card and the cane. But gotta close out the game now. Sleepy resident. Ay, ay, ay. Not looking too hot now. Huh. Normally I just use this to get things that deal damage to the opponent, but I could use it to try to impact their board, because I have a decently sized hand here. And if I don't get something I want, I can follow up with Ziliax, which isn't ideal, but yeah, this is normally wrong, but I think in this case I kind of have to. Alright, Hex is helpful at least. Six, 11. Oh no, that's duh. I'm just dead. 6 and 3. So yeah, Hex was the play. What are you gonna do? Everybody has a herp derp moment every time, or every now and then. So 6 and 3 ain't bad. One more game, and then I'm gonna switch it up, I think. What do you guys think? Should I switch this up, or would you rather see me continue to play this some more? I like the deck, but I also want to get into some Paladin shenanigans.
Illidan versus the Lich King.
Darkness comes on cold winds. This ends now.
Okay, decent hand. Please no leech. 2 damage and a leech would be pretty brutal. That seems like what's happening. Oh, wow. Okay. That's fair, I suppose.
My blood for the Lich King.
Nice. Looks like I get to attack again with this guy. I'll take it. Especially with a spirit of the team. Ooh la la. Okay. So... yeah, let's just do this. We're gonna knock that guy out the way and smash. Eh, alright. I've seen better, but that works. Excellent. Debating on whether or not I should just Grim Harvest. That's helpful.
Vengeance is mine.
Very nice. So 4, and that is 6. Yeah, all right.
Possess true power.
So 7 and 3 after 10 games, not bad with this deck. I'm gonna keep going a little bit more. Normally I cap it around 10 games max or so, but this is yeah, this deck's working out pretty good. It seems like yeah, the Perennial Serpent can be kind of hit or miss. Sometimes it's just sitting up taking space in your hand, which is, I mean, makes sense for the type of combo it is. It's either busted or fair. I would like another Insect Claw. Yeah, playing one doesn't seem great, but it's fine. Game's taking so long to load, I gotta check down detector. No, seems okay so far. Interesting. Alright, I'm just gonna cut that there. 10 games, 7 and 3, decent record. I'm gonna try playing something else, I think. I also have a feeling something might be going on with Hearthstone. Usually that connects very quickly. But yeah, this is the deck. I like it a lot so far. I'm definitely going to get a lot more games in with it. Yeah, peep the rest of the YouTube videos. Do the follow and like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. I hate asking, but it makes a difference for the channel. So big thank you to anybody that's following. Peace and love, guys.